Good morning. How is everyone today? Roosters are roostering, cows are cowing, ducks are ducking, goose are goosing. So we had a bit of a go at this fence the other day. Whacked the wire up on it, got the posts in. It's not the straightest fence. What I should have done was got some 3 metre posts, and then we could have counteracted the downhill, uphill, downhill, left, right, blah blah blah, but it's doing the job. So for what I paid for it, should I say, yeah, I'm not arguing. So we just put the fencing up, put a bit of bamboo up this end to give it a bit of strength and blah blah blah, and took the goose pen damn bloody fence down. So now the ducks and geese are loving life. They're all over there on the bank now. They got the whole dam to themselves, so they can swim and carry on. And I think they're a bit happy because they get to forage on the land over there as well. So they eat all the grass, which, let's face it, that's what they do. They eat grass. We put a bit more of a fence down here. The cows are getting cranky because they're still locked up. I think the old boy Pars hasn't let them out yet, and they're itching to get back down the back. But this is getting towards the time of the year where they're not allowed out anymore. So we'll see what happens, whether they get out today or not. But this is that bloody fence. It's just like a bloody ring lock, but it's not expensive. I think it was, we got 200 metres. I think it was only a couple of $100 or something. I think it was delivered, if I remember rightly. Then we stole some of this other fence from the goosey house, and we just made a temporary wall across here to stop them from going into this dam while we're until next dry season. And then, as I said, we'll knock that levee bank down, and then they can have the whole lot. But we've fenced it right down here, so she's fenced all the way down, across the back there, and then up that back wall again, so it's all tied together so the dogs can't get in. We put that to use yesterday. There was a hound dog walking around here, had a bit of a sniff, bit of a nudge on the fence, and couldn't get his way in, so he moseyed on, which is good. Today is, what are we today? We are Tuesday the something or other, 26th. We have got 6 days left. So I've got 6 days left before, well, we have got 6 days left before we got to go back to Oz. So a little bit sad, to be honest. I've actually really enjoyed this time here. It's been hectic, don't get me wrong. It's been full on, like every day, apart from maybe a couple of weeks where the teams were, going for Songkran or this, that, and the other. It's been full on every single day. Something has had to be adjusted or looked at or fixed, or like the drainage that we all put in and stuff like that. It was unexpected. That was probably my fault, really. A bit of both, I suppose. We'll put more sand in. We shouldn't have put more sand. We should have looked at this and done that and done this. But you don't think of that 100% when you're doing it. You think you're doing it for the right reasons, and then you upset all your levels. And so, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. I'll spin this around, give you a look. So they seem a damn sight happier now. They're all in there having fun. Said heaps more room. They got all that area there to swim now. So they're all happy, joy. And said our our bloody chickens haven't arrived yet, because the guy that I'm not sure if I said in the last video, I'll have to go check it, but long story short, we got scammed on the chickens that we were going to order. We gave him half the money, a couple of $1,000 baht. Then he rang the wife and said, messaged the wife and said, we can't let the chickens go unless you vaccinate them. So I said, no, that's just bullshit. I said, give the money back. So he refused, as they do. So I just said, don't worry about taking it to police for 2,000 baht. Police won't do anything. So I said, let it go. So we ordered some more. These ones are COD, but they take them Chiang Mai, they take them everywhere. So he said, your delivery area is on this day. So I think it was about 3 days ago. He said it'll take about a week or 4 days. It was about a week, so we've probably got a 3-day wait before they bring them back in. Get them here, so we'll get the chicken pen ready to go properly and make sure everything's tucked in and all the T's are crossed and the I's are dotted. What can we show you in here? Well, we've got the painters here today. He's still going hard, his wife's going hard, and they're starting to tile the inside of my house. So that's what they've got so far in here. They've done the part of the lounge room, and they've started on our bedroom as well. So I've got these down so far, which is good. Tanks are in, everything's hooked up in here. So 4,000 litre tanks, 2,000 each obviously, it's all hooked up. We've got to get the electrical in obviously. Once the electrical's in, then we can hook all this up properly. At the moment it's still only gravity fed, so pumps in, so pumps here. That's the Grand Frost Scala 2 I was telling you about. So everything goes through these filters here. So everything goes through these first, then into the pump, up into the tanks, from the tank to the house. So everything's filtered prior to going into there. Roof getting one more coat, I believe, out here. I think the other side gets 2. It needs another 2 coats. Outside paint's been ordered. He went and picked that up yesterday. He's brought that back for us. So I said, shield 1 TOA. If you can retie, good luck to you. But yeah, that's the colour we ordered, that limestone statue. Actually, no, it's not. I tell you a lie. We changed the colour. So we're gone to this colour, which I'm a little hesitant on, but everyone sort of talked me into it. So those 2 greys. So that's for the outside, that's for the strip around the bottom, around here. And then on the corners, on these corners here, so where the strip runs across the bottom here, so it runs down, goes down that side, and then we'll just take it up that corner, on every corner. I'll show you this one, you'll probably be able to see it a bit better. I was going to do these, and then I thought it'll probably look like a prison cell with bars. So you can see that comes across here. There's no line in here, so it just goes up that corner. So I thought I'll do the corners so same colour as these. And I was talking to the painter yesterday. These things up the top, so like the little trim around the top there, they'll be painted. So this here, that'll be painted the same colour as the columns as well, which should make it look alright. And then he's also, as I asked him, if he can put the strip around that as well, like at the bottom here, just to sort of match, because of the height. This is at about 500. So I said to him, well, this one here, because of the height difference, it'll look a bit out of proportion. So I said, we measured up, we're going to do that at about 400, so that should make it look alright. Swaddy Cup 9. Wifey's back. We had to, unfortunately, when we did Songkran the other week, I got introduced to a lady who was 98 years old. She was a lovely old lady. So we did the Songkran for her. She sat down, obviously, as you do, you take some water, you wash their feet, their hands, and all the rest of it. Lovely old lady. Lived right across the road from Grandma Ma's house. So she unfortunately passed away the other day, which was very sad. Serm, who was the guy who was coming here to give us a hand, and his lovely wife, well, that was Serm's wife's mother. So yeah, lovely lady. So Yui's just got back this morning from paying her last respects. They've had the funeral going now for, I think it's about 3 or 4 days. I think today's the last day. And then we had also had another fella unfortunately pass away who was part of a distant family as well. So it was like 2 in 2 days. So yeah, just touch wood, it doesn't happen in threes. What else have we got going on? The electricians, I've got to find out when they're coming back. I dare say after the ceilings are painted. They've done the inside, so the ceilings, I'm not sure whether they got one more coat to go or not. I will ask that question later on today. There's been a bit of a mishap with some stuff that I picked up yesterday that I'm like, you know, this needs to be fixed. I don't know why I didn't see it before. Probably too much going on. Let me just spin this around for you. So let's have a look at this, shall we? So about 170 mil there. To 150 mil there. So that's one. It's menial. I don't know why these are even here, to be honest. Truth be known, we should have just rendered over those bloody thing and made that one, and just that line there, the bottom strip, and we're talking about there, just make that go. You know, this one here, you can't really see it on the camera, but it's like that. It's a bit on the piss. This one I didn't pick up until yesterday. So we'll see the strip on that door. So that's just like a strip around the door there. And then we'll go sideways and have a look at that one. This one's about 60. This one is at about 120. So that's another one that needs to be fixed. As I said, I wish we hadn't put these upright ones in. I wasn't here for that. We were away when they did that. Corners are corners. We've got a couple of patches down there we need to fix as well. Where's the other patch? There it is up there. Oh, she's gone and fixed them yesterday. These painters are great, mate. They just, nothing's too hard for them. They just go around. So up here, it was about that wide. It was, yeah, it was, I mean, it's a bit silly, but the painter's wife's gone and fixed them for us. So she's a lovely girl. There was another one out the front here as well, which I couldn't pick up. Obviously, she's fixed that as well. Let me have a quick look. Yep, she's fixed it. It was where that scratchy marks are, right there. So it was right there. She's gone and patched that and fixed that as well. So yeah, today's, we haven't really got a huge amount to do today. I'm going to change where we put that bloody drain down here. I'm going to change the little garden bed a bit. I'm not sure if I mentioned it before, but we just dropped them blocks in. So them blocks are just, these blocks here are just dropped in. They're not cemented, they're just put in the garden. So we're just going to take them from there and put them on this wall and cement that wall in. I cut this out a bit further the other day and smashed a bit bigger opening to it to allow a lot more water to go in. This, as I said the other day, it worked a treat. As you've probably seen in the last video, it worked a bloody treat. Yard's dried out. We've still got a little bit more fill and a bit more scratching around to do on here and get it so it's how it should be, but it all takes time. Our little hedge flowers are growing. Oh, I didn't tell you, I've got some frangies. Oh, they're flowering. Oh, excellent. Check this out. They're just coming on with flowers. So these flowers, these plants here that I've put all the way along here to about that first frangie up there, they'll turn into a hedge. So my little brother Peter, he'll be stoked because he likes his hedges, so he'll be frothing at the mouth to see this once it's up and running. Excuse me. But we went and got some frangies. The one that just said good morning to me before. She said, "Oh, come and get as many as you like, Ray. Our friends have got heaps of them." So we went and took a few big cuttings. So we ended up with about 10. Wow, 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 look at that. There's a hole. Where are you off to, mister? Look at that. I just seen that this morning. There you go. There's another bit of erosion coming back in, so we'll have to chase that one up. Does that go under the fence? Let's have a look. Let's see if that goes under the fence. No, it doesn't. It just disappears, so it's just a soft spot, so we'll pack that down. But yeah, we grabbed some more rangies, so we just put them around the fence line here to make the place look a bit brighter. I did tell you we should be taking these leaves off. All these leaves probably need to come off, and the flowers and stuff to allow the roots to firmly bed. But in saying that, they are flowering. So she did tell me they'll flower. They'll just keep going. This one's full of flowers and stuff. This one as well, and then we got one more down near the gate, and then so we put them in. As people know in Newman, I'm an impatient grower. I like to get big cuttings, not small cuttings, and but over here they grow so bloody quick, it's incredible. I was saying this morning about the old boy wanting to put in some fence posts and stuff like that for the to keep the chickens out over here. So they got my auger bit going flat out, so I thought I'd just slip over and show you. They got 2 people on it. You can use it by yourself or 2 people. They got the 10-inch one going, so they're putting in quite big posts. Ow. Here I was trying to film you, make you a movie star. Yeah. You've done a lot. So what have they done? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 holes, 10 holes. So I said some of the older posts that were in there, they're just putting these ones in. They got a 10-inch auger on it, and they got the 6-inch one over the back there as well. But it's there's the machine there. It's just a little tiny handheld jobby, 2-stroke. And you just pop them in, pop them out as you see fit. So there you go. That's give you an idea how big it is. That's my hand on the post. So it's a decent sized post. And that's that ring lock fencing that I just had left over. I said the old boy, grab it, do what you like. There's one of those other choppers from the blacksmith, and knives, and that's for cutting grass. And Yui's on the wheelbarrow. That's probably 3 times as heavy as what she is. Well, there's another fence post going in. That's a decent sized post. Just an old tree. But yeah, we're just fencing this off. Here's some of the bamboo that we cut this morning. Just going to cut it down and use it as posts. So whoever says bamboo's not strong, you want to have a look at what we did. He's starting up again. I should go give you a bloody look at this. He's got a grin on his head. This little 6-inch going hard. Just eats it. That'd have to be, nice 500 deep, 600 deep. There you go, I'll show you down the bloody hole. Where are we? There we are. So yeah, it'd be 600 deep and 6 inches round. So that saved us, me and everybody else, a lot of back-breaking work, because basically this is how they dig the hole with this little bloody tool here, just to get the sides out. And they just dig it with that little tool. It's not like a post hole shovel that we got back home in Oz. It's just like a little digger. So that's what they do. But another hot day today. Sun's shining, as you can see, but gee, she's a bit bloody warm. At least we got a bit of breeze today. Yesterday there wasn't too much breeze, so geez, when it just settles and then you get some clouds coming in, you think you're going to get some rain. It just the humidity just climbs into the upper 80s, low 90s, and you just sit there and your arms are just dripping with sweat. And then, as I said, you'll normally feel the temperature drop by about 5 degrees, and then the rain normally comes in. But not today. You can see all the way around, it's just blue skies everywhere. They reckon we might get a thunderstorm later on this Savi or tonight, so we'll see what transpires out of that. So today is not today, it's like tonight. So we've got 3 days left in cleaning today before we go. So the electrician's rolled in today, which is fantastic. So we've got some lights going on in the house. I just want to show you what it's all about. So we put these down lights in. So we got like 4 in the computer room, which just makes it look really good. Lounge room and entry is just like dynamic. It's just makes it look really good. I think they put too many down here, but yeah. So tomorrow apparently we've got to go buy 11 more. So this is our bedroom. So our bedroom is beautifully lit up, which is gold. I'll take you around the dark area. So we haven't got the ceiling lights in yet, but this is the front light. It still needs one more. So they've got 3 in, and that's the light. So these square lights here are 48 watts each. We got them from Home Hub. The span on them is great. So from the edge of that to the edge of the house is 5 meters, and it just spans it beautifully. So as I said, the bedroom's beautiful. So I actually wanted to make them 1 meter off the wall. So they have a little bit of shine on the wall, as you can see by that there. But I was talked into going back to 60 centimeters, which is 600 mil. I think I've done a good thing, but this is just gold. So the guys come in today, they've just, they put these in. They've just done a really good job. So we've still got 1 more to go down the back. So we've still got a hole here. So they've got 1 more to go there, and then they'll start the run going down that way. So good evening, everybody. Today's the 30th of May. We've got 2 days left, and we have to go back to Australia. Look out, there's my little friend running around again. Today we knocked a pig on the head to have a big feast tonight, so we've got everyone here. I don't know if anyone's interested, but I'm going to come in and show you anyway. So, got some beautiful pig. Some lab going on over here. And Leo, of course. Everyone's in here. This is the old kitchen, as I said. This is the old kitchen that we had. So everyone's in here just cooking up, getting prepared. I've got electricians here today. They come in yesterday. We've got a lot of the external work and internal work done. I made a mistake and didn't check my calculations on a few things, but got all the outdoor lights put in here, across the back. Let me just step over these tiles. This is for the barbecue area that I decided to make yesterday. So we've got some down lights in here, and that was my mistake there. And there, I don't know what I was thinking. But yeah, anyway, one thing led to another. We'll patch that roof up and be done with it. So what I've done is I've put these big lights up here. So these ones up here. So they're 48 watt. And then I've also put a little tiny down light above the back door, the back lounge room door and the front door, to allow that if you want to come outside and you just want to stick one light on, you're not putting the whole row on. So, and then the down lights in the kitchen here that I've done, these ones up here, for if Mum comes outside and she just wants to, whack the kitchen lights on, she can do it. So they're on a separate switch. Chickens arrived. So we got the chickens arrived yesterday. They rolled in yesterday, and we've got, what do we get today? So, it'll take a couple of days for them to mellow in, or probably a week or so. I reckon probably a week, and they'll sort of, but they are laying. So we got 13 eggs today, baker's dozen today. They haven't been out of the coop yet. I've just left them in there for the last couple of days. Day one, obviously, they were panting a bit and carrying on a little bit. So we give them some feed and some water. And we've got all fresh water buckets now all hung up for them and stuff like that. So tomorrow, I'll let them out and have a little bit of a roam around. Let them in the yard. So the yard is right there. So all the green grass is still in there. So they can go around and have a bit of a peck through there. We got a bit of rain yesterday and last night and the day before, so the ground's a bit soaked at the moment. But we're getting there. Bit of drama with some tiles, but the lounge room's all been done. So he's done the lounge room and whatever else. So all the lounge room tiles have been done. The computer room's been done, but that has to be looked at again. Our room needs to be looked at. Front room needs to be looked at. He's onto the tile, onto the passageway and the front rooms. But the electrical's been put in, so that's gold. So we turned this on last night and it was just crazy. Kitchen's been all marked out. So I think I went through this the other day. That's all been marked out. Put some blocks on where I had that little garden bed. So we just pulled them up, put down a bed of mud and relaid them and rendered them. So it looks a bit better. And we've just covered in this with a bit of bloody coconut husk. The power. So the power we ran from the front yard, obviously, from the front pole, obviously, but we put it in this conduit. So this conduit runs along the fence line. So there's no poles physically in the yard anymore. So it runs all the way out to the front, right up to that corner up there. And we've got one pole in the corner. So we've managed to keep some of these poles. We've got 2 of these poles now, which we'll use for whatever we need to use them for. But yeah, everything's going. Flowers are starting to pop out. So our little hedge that we're starting to put in, we've got some flowers coming up, popped up on it. So that's gold. Everything's starting to grow because of the rains. But as you can see by the yard, we've still got some low spots that we've got to fill in. The drainage system over here is working extremely well. I made that a bit bigger the other day, the hole for it. I cut a hole a little bit bigger, and yeah, I was talking to Yar this morning, and he said, "Nah, works fantastic." You can see down there now, there's no, all the marks that were there before. So we'll obviously get all this leveled out at a later date once it all settles down after the wet season, and we'll see what we're going to put down there. I don't know yet. We'll have to have a look at that at a later date. But as said, I fly out of here, or me and the wife fly out of here on the 2nd, which is in 3 days' time. We fly down to Bangkok, and then we go from there. We spend a night there, and then we go to Australia, leave 3rd at about 10 o'clock at night. We've got the red eye home, unfortunately, but that's life. And then we get into Australia the morning of the 4th. We'll start a night in Perth, and then we'll fly up to Newman, and then I've got 5 days off before I go back to work. So haven't been back to work for 7.5 months, so got to get reprogrammed and all the rest of it. Do all my bloody stuff that I'll need to do before I can go out and start driving trains again. What I will do in the next video, or this video, I'm not sure, depends on the end of it. I'll stick a video up of BHP's trains. That's how I work for BHP. And yeah, we'll go from there. Well, good morning. It is our last day in Thailand. So we fly out tomorrow. We've got to go to Bangkok today. About 4:30 the Sabo. We fly out of Ubon, go to Bangkok one night there, and then we are going to Australia tomorrow night. So I thought I'd just come around and show you how far we got with the house. It's not finished obviously, but we'll spin this around. So obviously all the ceilings are done, everything's been done like that, inside outside columns. We still got to paint the downpipes and stuff, but that's never here or there. Cabinets mocked up on the wall for the kitchen. I built this, so Mum was worried about putting charcoal in here because of the ceiling and smoke and stuff, so I built a barbecue area just outside here. We had some steel laying around, as you can see by the joins in it, and we just went and got some tin, put some flashings on and stuff like that, and made a bit of a barbecue area, which now Mum can sit over there. She can cook her charcoal and stuff like that if she wants to, and we'll put the a table and chairs in here, and you still got it's high enough so you still got the view and stuff like that. Ducks are all happy, goose are all happy, chickens are all happy, everything like that's all been done. So we said we pulled down that bit of a pond fence for them, and now they got the whole dam, and they're loving life. They just swim around and enjoy themselves. We had a bit of rain the last few days, so the pond's filled up a bit, which is good. The chickens are still locked away, which I don't know why, but we'll go down and unlock them. So we've got 30 chickens. Day 1, I think we got 4 eggs. Day 2, we end up getting, I think, about 14 or something. Yesterday, I think we got about the same, and today, who knows. But they're slowly coming out of their shell, so to speak, and coming outside and walking around. So I just try and get this door open every morning. You've got to be careful because these little buggers here are now starting to congregate on the fence. So you just got to be mindful when you open a fence that you don't stick your hand on them, because I tell you what, they hang on to you and they'll give you a bit of a chew. End up putting another cap on that because of the water that spat this top off with a screw in. So we stuck this one on just on top of that bore. So the water pressure coming down there spat that clean out. Come on, ladies, good morning. Here's our little chickens. So we got Isa Browns. They come and delivered them to the doorstep, COD, which was good. So unlike when we got stitched up for a couple of $1,000 baht, these ones just rolled up, and you pay on delivery. If you're not happy with the chickens, you send ones back that you don't like, and blah blah blah. Excuse me, ladies, excuse me. Well, we got 1 egg there sitting there already under this one. Oh, actually no, there's 3 under her. There you go, 3 eggs under her already this morning. Another one here. But I think we got another one here. There's another egg there. So there's a few eggs. There's another one up in here. So we got a few eggs lurking. They're slowly coming on to lay, which is good. This is all the same. We just let these guys out every morning. Shut them in at night, let them out in the mornings. So what we've done is we got them tyres and we put some hay in them, or some straw on them, so they got somewhere to nest when they eventually get around to it. I think, if I remember rightly, it's about a year, they were saying, before the ducks start to lay eggs and stuff. Here's our geese that we got. They're all getting nice and big now. Everyone's eyeing them off and wants to make lab out of them. Every day someone's asking me, when do we get to knock a duck on their head or a goose? But they're all getting nice and big now. Babies are growing and getting very noisy, as you can hear. But all the ducks are just loving life. They're just floating around in the dam. So yeah, it's going to be sad to leave it, because I've been here for the last 7 and a bit months. Come on, ladies, move. Excuse me, ladies. They just hang around your feet, as you can see. Peck my bloody toes. Excuse me. But yeah, they scratch around in this stuff here, and it gives them something to do. They've cleaned all this up already, but they come out here, and I want them to get into here, and they can peck all the way through here and do what they need to do. But yeah, it's going to be sad to leave this. It's unfortunate, but we didn't get it finished. But game, do maybe 2.5 years. We'll obviously be back before then. But yeah, 2.5 years will be, that's my time frame that I want to work for. I might hit work up and see if I can do a bit of a job share afterwards, depending on how the body feels and how the brain feels and all that. But I did put my name down for job share a little while ago, so I'll find the ins and outs of that when I get home. And oh, there's one of those ants just biting me. As I said, they do jump on you and they latch hold of you and they don't let go. You'll think you've got them all, and then next minute you've got another 10 on you. So yeah, this is what we built yesterday. So it's just a little bit of a barbecue area. Nothing flash, as you said, mate. Some of the joins that we've made up there are very ordinary. Let me just spin that around for you. Some of the joins we made up there are very ordinary. Like a big gap there and a gap there, but it'll do the job. Mum's happy, everyone's happy. So we'll get this underway. We'll fix this up. So the concrete table and chairs around the other side, we'll put them in. This is what happens when you turn the lights on out here at night. I don't know if you can see those ants down there, all the way along the floor here. Down here, there's just hundreds of them. They come out as soon as you turn a light on at night with a bit of rain. They just come flying out of nowhere, pardon the pun. But yeah, all the lighting's been put in, so all these lights up here have been put in. Still got to seal them. They'll come back and do another paint. The guys are working on the tiles now, so a lot of the inside's been done. So, you know, like this bedroom here's been done. That one that we just passed has to be done yet. We've had 2 rooms pulled back up because the tiles were not exactly flat. So you're still working on this one in here. Hallway's been done. Looks like some grouting's getting done now, which is good. And they're going to start on this. So they're going to lay all this down, get all the floor level, and they'll start to work on that and start doing the outside, which is good. Drainage held up the other day, but except for the wind that we had, the wind was just horrendous. And you can see the colour of this here has come from that there, and that is from wind. It's not from rain. It won't rain and wind, but yeah, the rain was coming in literally sideways. So once we get grass and stuff down on here, it should calm itself down and stop the flow of water coming down so quickly. As I said, it all flows to that top end corner up there. But this drain, I'm glad I put it in, because if I didn't put this drain in, I'd hate to see what this would be like after the rains come in the other day. I mean, it was early hours of the morning, probably about 4 o'clock in the morning. We were staying in the apartment, and you could hear the rain. It was absolutely pissing down. And come up here, and all this was wet, which is straight away just from the rain and wind coming in sideways. But yeah. Well, anyway, folks, the next one will be from Australia, or from the airport, and then off our way we go to back to Australia. Night in Perth, and then off to Newman the following day on the 5th. I think we fly out. Yeah, 5th we fly out from Perth and go back to Newman. I've only got 5 days off, and then back to work. So I've got a lot of catching up to do. 7.5 months off, so a lot of stuff to catch up on. Make sure I'm all on board with it, and then got some assessments to do, reaccreditations and blah blah blah. So got to switch the brain back on, get back into that mode, and yeah, back to work we go, back to driving trains. Alright peeps, thanks for watching, and we will catch up with you guys soon. Have a great day.